You really can't. You just keep building.
Right. But let's actually talk about the starting line for that building. Because, saying keep building sounds great in theory, but when most people hear about retirement, they immediately picture this massive mountain they can't climb.
Millions of dollars, yeah.
Exactly. So what if someone doesn't have a mountain? What if they literally just take a lump sum, say $50,000?
Okay, 50K.
Yeah, 50 grand, which, by the way, is exactly what a lot of middle-class families will easily drop on, like a brand new SUV that literally loses half its value the second you drive it off the lot.
The logic is impeccable. But yeah,
So if a family took that exact same 50 grand and instead of buying a depreciating car, they threw it entirely into SCHD and just walked away, could they actually retire on just that?
retire on 50 grand? Just living off the dividend payments alone?
Yes, because look, SCHD, the Schwab U.S. Dividend Equity ETF, everybody in the financial space talks about it like it's this, I don't know, this magic bullet for passive income.
Well, it is incredibly popular. I mean, full transparency here, if you look at my own portfolio, it currently makes up over 40% of my entire personal portfolio.
Wait, 40%? That's huge.
It is. I obviously believe in the fund. But look, to answer your question, let's do the actual math. We need to ground this in reality, not just internet hype.
Okay, bring on the spreadsheets, Frank.
So, let's assume a relatively lean monthly cost of living, something realistic but not extravagant, say $4,000 a month.
Which is 48 grand a year, basically covering the mortgage, groceries, utilities, survival.
Right. Now, SCHD currently has a higher starting yield than normal. This is mostly due to the recent market sell-offs. If you look at the average yield since 2015, it usually hovers around 3, maybe 3.5% on average.
But right now it's sitting higher?
Yeah, right now it's pushing 4%. Actually, if you chart it out, other than the massive market crash in 2020, this is basically the highest starting yield SCHD has seen in the last decade.
Okay, so let's use that. A 4% yield. 4% on a $50,000 initial investment is, wait,
Do the math.
that's only $2,000 a year.
Exactly. 2 grand a year, which breaks down to roughly $166 a month.
Okay, so that pays for our cell phone bill, maybe one family dinner.
Exactly. If you want to generate that 48 grand a year just using a 4% starting yield, you would need to invest $1.2 million.
Okay, I need a second. 1.2 million?
$1.2 million. So at first glance, if you ask, can I retire on 50K of SCHD? The answer looks like a massive, undeniable no.
Which is exactly why most people just give up right there. They see that $1.2 million wall, they feel completely defeated, and they just go finance the car instead. Oh, I'm Lynn, by the way.
And I'm Frank. Welcome to Talk and Wonder. We create easy-to-understand whiteboard animations covering family finance, investing, passive income, and debt management. Our goal is to break down complex financial topics, help you avoid traps, and build wealth together. If you want to secure your future, you are exactly in the right place.
But Frank, going back to that 1.2 million, staring at that number is looking at it completely wrong, isn't it? Because that math assumes the dividend never, ever changes.
Exactly. It assumes the dividend is static, which is the exact opposite of what SCHD actually does. Exactly. It assumes the dividend is just frozen in time, which is, well, it's the biggest trap new investors fall into. They look at the starting yield column on their brokerage app, and they literally look at nothing else.
Right, they see 4% and think, why would I buy that when this random, I don't know, crypto mining stock pays 12%?
Oh man, the double-digit yield traps. Yeah, we've all been tempted by those. But what they miss is the true magic of SCHD. It's not that starting number, it's the engine underneath it.
The dividend growth.
The dividend growth rate, because SCHD isn't just handing you a flat pile of cash, it's a basket of fundamentally strong companies that are literally increasing their payouts every single year.
Okay, so how fast are we talking? Because 2% is growth, but it's not exactly retiring on 50 grand growth.
Fair point. So if you pull the ticker data, and I have this automatically loaded in the spreadsheet to show every payment since inception, the 5-year dividend growth rate for this fund is, it's over 11%.
Over 11%?
11%. And if you look at the 3-year or even the 10-year averages, they're all sitting right above 11%.
Frank, stop. We need to put that into perspective for people because 11% dividend growth sounds like a boring finance term.
Okay, how would you frame it?
Think about a normal job. Think about your salary. Imagine if you walked into your boss's office and they sat you down and said, "Hey, great job this year. We're giving you an 11% raise."
You'd be thrilled. You'd take them to lunch.
You'd be over the moon. But then imagine they did it again the very next year, and the year after that, and the year after that, automatically, without you ever asking or, working late or taking on more projects.
Right. In the corporate world, that's impossible. But in dividend investing, that is exactly what SCHD has been doing. The dividend payments have literally more than tripled since the fund started.
So going back to our 50 grand, that initial $166 a month isn't just staying $166.
No, you are buying a cash flow stream that is mathematically engineered to grow, which means to answer the $50,000 question, we just need to step back. We let compounding take place.
We need to give it time to bake.
Exactly. So let's model this out properly. We're going to simulate a one-time lump sum investment of $50,000.
With zero additional dollars ever invested, like we just lost the password to the brokerage account.
Exactly. Zero extra contributions. We assume a starting yield of 4%, which again is a rare historical window right now, and then we apply that average dividend growth rate of, let's be precise, 11.25%.
And what about the actual share price? Because the ETF itself goes up in value too, right? It's not just the dividends.
Right. We'll assume a price growth rate of around 10%, which aligns pretty well with historical market averages.
Okay, so the model is set. This is the moment of truth. Let's scroll down and see what year this thing finally buys us our freedom.
Hold on. Before we look at the results, we have to confront something.
Oh, here we go. The Frank reality check. What is it?
Like I always say, the reality is inflation compounds over time, exactly like an investment does.
Oh, God, yes. It's the silent killer.
It really is. So right now, our spreadsheet assumes you need $4,000 a month to live. But Lynn, what did $4,000 buy a family, say, 10 years ago versus today?
It's not even comparable. I mean, literally, just look at our grocery bills lately. We used to walk out of Costco with a cart full of stuff for, I don't know, maybe $200. Now, if I blink too hard in the meat aisle, it's $400.
Exactly. Property taxes go up, the health insurance premiums increase. Every single year, the cost of just existing gets more expensive.
So if your monthly cost of living right now is $4,000, what happens in 20 years?
Well, strictly due to inflation, that exact same lifestyle, no upgrades, no luxury vacations, literally just the same standard of living could cost, $6,000 or even $7,000 a month?
Sigh heavily, which is terrifying because that means our target is moving.
Precisely. To actually retire off SCHD, our monthly dividend payments don't just need to hit that flat $4,000 mark.
They have to catch up to the inflation line.
Catch up to it and then stay above it. We need our passive income to grow faster than our expenses.
Okay, well, let's rip the Band-Aid off. You have the $50,000 in the model.
I do.
Month 1, we just made the deposit. What do we get?
Month 1, you would be receiving $168.15.
Okay, wow. $168 for the whole month?
On average, yeah, every single month.
Frank, that doesn't even cover a week of groceries anymore. That's like, I don't know, one dinner at Outback Steakhouse and maybe a coffee
coffee on the way home?
Barely with inflation. So obviously it's not enough to live off initially. You cannot just drop 50 grand and hand in your 2 weeks notice the next day.
Which means we enter the waiting room.
The waiting room. I like that. Yeah. You have to let the compounding effect actually take place. And this is the exact phase where 90% of people lose patience and quit. Because if we scroll down to, say, year 5,
Let me guess, we're still broke?
we are definitely still not there. The dividends are growing, the drip, the dividend reinvestment is working, but that gap between our income and our living expenses is still very real.
So the obvious question is, when does it cross? Because people don't want to wait until they're 80 years old to actually use this money. If we keep scrolling down that spreadsheet, what year does it actually happen?
Let's say year 10, we're still under. Year 15, getting closer. But right here, look at this. At the beginning of the 24th year,
Wait, what exactly happens in year 24?
the lines cross. Our monthly dividend payments finally and decisively surpass our inflation-adjusted monthly cost of living.
Are you serious right now? So, wait, let me process this. You actually can retire off just a $50,000 investment?
You can, and here's the craziest part, without ever adding another penny to the account after that initial 50K.
Okay, I need a second, because 24 years? I mean, yes, it's a long time. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. But think about the age of a normal person watching this. If you manage to do this at, say, 30 years old?
By 54, you're entirely financially independent. Your traditional retirement is completely funded.
Which is, Frank, that is literal freedom. I mean, there's a specific name for this exact scenario, right? In the FIRE movement?
Yeah, Coast FIRE. It stands for financial independence, retire early, but the coast part is the secret sauce.
Right, because you just coast.
Exactly. Coast FIRE is when you've invested enough early on, like that single 50 grand, that you basically never have to make another contribution to your retirement accounts, ever again. The compounding just takes over.
Which changes your entire daily life, because suddenly you don't have to aggressively save 20% of your paycheck anymore. You can take a lower-paying job that you actually love. You can work part-time to cover your current expenses, knowing your future is already paid for. The financial anxiety is just gone.
It's mind-blowing, and it's exactly why so many people utilize this specific ETF, even though, like we talked about earlier, that starting yield isn't nearly as high as some of those crazy high-yielding traps out there.
Because those high yields just sit there. Or worse, the company struggles and the dividend gets cut. But with SCHD, you're buying a growing cash machine.
Exactly. You're buying the underlying growth. But we should probably play devil's advocate here for a second.
Uh-oh. Why?
Because projecting an 11% growth rate for the next 24 years, that assumes the future looks exactly like the past, and we never want to be too aggressive with our projections. What if the next 2 decades just aren't as good?
That's actually a really fair point, because assuming an 11% dividend growth rate for the next 3 decades is, well, it's aggressive. We can't guarantee that.
We can't. The market changes, and we never ever want to be too aggressive with our financial projections. It's how people get hurt. So let's run the model one more time, but let's make it much more conservative.
Okay, what are we dropping the numbers to?
Let's assume a dividend growth rate of 9%.
9. Okay, and the actual ETF price growth?
Let's lower that to maybe 8%.
Done. Okay, so run the projection. Let's see how much damage that does to our timeline.
Scrolling down, let's see, year 24, no, we're short. Year 26, getting closer.
Are we at 28?
Year 28, right there. That is the point where the conservative model crosses the line.
28 years. Okay, so it adds 4 years to the timeline. That is a long time, Frank. I mean, it's realistic, but it's long.
It is a long time, but Lynn, the underlying principle is exactly the same. You buy the cash flow early and you let time do the heavy lifting. And full transparency, we actually practice what we preach here. If we pull up our own portfolio,
Yeah, let's look at our actual numbers. We've invested, what is it, about 83,000 into SCHD so far?
Exactly, $83,116.
And because we've seen share price appreciation over time, the actual market value right now is sitting around 94 grand.
94,400, which means, by definition, we've actually already reached coast fire.
Which is such an amazing feeling, just knowing that baseline safety net is there. If you guys watching are on this same journey with us and you want to build that safety net for your family, make sure you hit that subscribe button. But Frank, I know you.
What?
You're not just going to stop, throw your hands up, and coast for 30 years. We want these options sooner.
Much sooner. Coast fire's great for peace of mind, but I don't want to wait until I'm gray to live off dividends. I'm actively building out the rest of the portfolio to accelerate this as fast as humanly possible.
Meaning we can't just rely entirely on one ETF. We need to pair it with something else.
Exactly. If we want to cut that 28-year timeline in half, we have to start looking at individual dividend growth stocks to supplement SCHD. The problem is, and this is where most people completely destroy their portfolios, how do you actually screen those individual stocks without falling into those massive yield traps we just talked about? Because if you look at the financials of...
Okay, wait. Stop right there, Frank, because if we open up that rabbit hole on screening individual stocks right now, we are literally going to be sitting here for another 3 hours.
Fair. That is a whole different beast. But we will cover exactly how we do that, step by step, in the next video.
Promise. But listen, if you guys want to start running your own numbers today, like right now, based on your own savings?
Yeah, if you want access to the exact automated portfolio tracker we were just using, the one that literally pulls all this stock and dividend data straight into your spreadsheet automatically, you can head over to tickerdata.com. I'll put the direct link right down in the description below.
And we are genuinely curious. Let us know down in the comments. Do you actually hold SCHD in your personal portfolio? Are you aiming for that coast fire life?
Yeah, what's your target number? We read basically every single comment, and we'd love to know where you guys are at on your journey.
So thank you guys so much for hanging out and, building wealth with us today.
We appreciate you. Please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next part.
And we'll see you in the next one.
See ya!